Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on Fork. Today, once again, we're going to grab some canned chickpeas. As you know, one of my favorite ingredients at the supermarket because they're heart healthy and affordable, and we create a super delicious recipe. We're talking chickpea meatballs in paprika sauce. And let me tell you, these chickpea meatballs have a firm texture on the outside with an incredible pop of flavors in the inside. The paprika sauce rounds them out for the perfect balance of goodness. And the best part, the recipe's super easy to make where there's no tricky techniques or special equipment needed. Folks, serve these chickpea meatballs as a tapas appetizer or even as a main course next to some roasted potatoes. Either way, it's the kind of food that's going to fill you with so much goodness. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. La Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the spices you need to make all your favorite Spanish recipes, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems, that way you can always perfectly cook your paella at home. Folks, visit Tienda.com, let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there, and make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to drain 1 can of chickpeas into a colander and rinse the chickpeas under some water. The size of the can that I'm using is 15.5 ounces, which is 440 grams. Then we'll shake off any of the excess water, transfer the chickpeas into a large bowl. Using a potato masher or a large fork, we'll mash down on the chickpeas until they're semi-mashed, meaning it's okay if you have little chunks of chickpeas in there. Once the chickpeas are semi-mashed, I'm going to add in 1/3 cup of plain breadcrumbs, which is 40 grams. Crack in 1 large egg. Add in 1/4 cup of finely chopped onion, which is 30 grams. 1 clove of garlic that's been finely grated. 1 small carrot that's been finely grated as well. 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, which is 8 grams. And 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 1.5 grams. Then we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. Once everything is well mixed, we'll push down on the mixture until we end up with a paste-like texture. This is to ensure that all the ingredients are well binded. That way later on when we cook the chickpea meatballs, they hold their shape and they don't fall apart. To shape the meatballs, we'll grab a spoonful of the mixture and squeeze it in our hands. Once again, this is just to ensure all the ingredients are well binded. And we'll shape into a ball about the size of a golf ball. And if you see your mixture is too dry to work with, add in some whisked egg, and vice versa if it's too wet, add in some more breadcrumbs. Once all the chickpea meatballs have been assembled, let's start cooking them up. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. Important to use the good stuff here is what truly flavors the entire dish. Link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. After a couple minutes, we'll start adding in the chickpea meatballs. And you want to make sure they're on a single layer and evenly spaced out. And we're going to go for about 8 to 10 minutes here until the chickpea meatballs are golden fried all around. After 8 to 10 minutes and the chickpea meatballs are golden fried, we'll remove them from the pan and set them aside. Now using the same pan with the same heat, let's make the paprika sauce. I'm going to add in 1 small onion that's been finely chopped and 3 cloves of garlic that have been roughly chopped. And we'll mix the ingredients around continuously, that way they don't brown too quickly and it all evenly sautés. After 2 to 3 minutes and the onion slightly translucent, I'm going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, which is 12 grams. And we're going to continue to mix this and go between 1 to 2 minutes here. This is enough time to cook off the raw flavor in the flour, that way it doesn't overpower the sauce. After cooking the flour for 2 minutes, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 5 grams, and 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, which is 1 gram. And we'll give it a quick mix until everything's well mixed together. And like I've told you in the past, when you're working with paprika in a hot pan, you want to mix it in there quickly, otherwise it can easily get a bitter flavor. Then we'll add in 3/4 of a cup of milk, which is 180 milliliters. I'm using low fat, but you can also use full fat, non-fat, or even a plant-based milk. And 3/4 of a cup of vegetable broth, which once again is 180 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here if you like. Either way, link on how to make my homemade veggie broth in the description box below. And we'll continue to gently mix this and go for a few minutes. After 3 to 4 minutes, and we've ended up with a slightly creamy sauce, I'm going to squeeze in 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice, which is 10 milliliters. And season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it one final mix until everything's well mixed together. Then we'll add the chickpea meatballs back into the pan, once again all in a single layer and evenly spaced out. And then we'll gently flip each one, that way they're fully coated in all that goodness. And we're going to simmer this for 2 to 3 minutes, or until the chickpea meatballs are heated through. Then we'll remove the pan from the heat, transfer some of the chickpea meatballs into a serving dish, and top them off with the paprika sauce. And for the final touch, we'll top it off with some chopped parsley. Check it out, chickpea meatballs and paprika sauce. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in about 30 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Seriously folks, hard to believe we grabbed some canned chickpeas and a couple other basic ingredients and we got something that looks this beautiful. Here we go. Check that out. That is absolutely fabulous. The chickpea meatballs held their shape, they didn't fall apart. The inside, so many amazing flavors. And that creamy paprika sauce rounds it out for the perfect balance of goodness. Easy to make, heart-healthy ingredients. Give it a try at home. Once again, as a tapas appetizer, or even as a main course next to some roasted potatoes. Either way, the kind of food that's gonna fill you with so much goodness. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.